Hi, I'm Kate, and this is She Geek. So I know that from some previous comments, some of you guys are pretty anti-World of Warcraft, and if that's the case, then probably shouldn't watch this video because it's going to be all about World of Warcraft. So the new expansion is coming out. The beta just opened to the public, which means the NDA has been lifted, which means I can talk about the fact that I've been in the alpha for quite some time. So I just want to briefly go over the two new races, their respective starting areas just a little bit, just to give you a taste, and then we'll go from there. This is the worgen. For this demo, I've chosen to do a hunter because now that hunters start with pet at level 1, you get this adorable mastiff. The facial hair and the coloring is obviously inspired quite a lot by the Taurens. I think that they have a lot of similarities. So, and here you can see the goblin. This is the male goblin. Honestly, sort of looks like labyrinth kind of goblins, which I'm totally down with. A little bit different from the goblin model that we're used to seeing in Booty Bay. But I think that the female goblin's actually way cuter, so I'm going to do one of those. So we're going to do a little warrior with cute brown hair, and that's them. First, we're going to start in the worgen starting area. So, as a worgen, you start off as a human. You're a group of humans whose town is invaded by worgen. They make it pretty plain as you're going through these starting quests that worgen are terrible and deserve to be annihilated. So, since you've rolled a worgen, you know that you are going to be a worgen, and you can imagine the kind of hilarious comedy that will rain down upon you. Worgen are definitely not who you want to be. Check out this punishment right here. One thing that I do think is cool about these new races, these new starting areas, is that they introduce you to vehicles really early on, and you do a whole lot of that. Now that the beta's opened, and there's only 2 servers, one's PvP and one's PvE. I always roll on PvP because that's how I do. The quests are kind of crowded, actually. There's a good number of people who have gotten into the beta, so there's a decent amount of competition. And then of course, as soon as that main quest is over, I won't share the gory details with you, but your fate is sealed. Now, my personal favorite between the two of these races is definitely the goblins, and I'm only going to show you a little bit of why that is, because I don't necessarily want to spoil everything for you. You start off as a goblin. Basically, you're kind of the second most powerful person in your little starting town. There's one guy who's more powerful than you are, but he hates you, so gotta look out for him. The first goblin starting quest, you'll be happy to know, is the goblin equivalent of the Lazy Peon quest, which was always one of my favorites. There's a rocket jump, one of the goblin racial abilities. So yeah, you walk around tasing these trolls. You're gonna have to eat crow later, because man, these trolls probably resent the hell out of you. I'm not really a WoW lore person. This right here is the reason the goblin area rules so hardcore. This sweet piece of machinery is your best friend. Again, showing you how to use these vehicle abilities and everything real early on. So here you are tooling around Kazan, picking up your friends for the party, celebrating yourself, because you're a total badass in this town. And the quests are actually really unique too, for the most part. I had a lot of fun doing these quests the first time, but before you know it, fun time's over, and you are out in the middle of the jungle with a gigantic shark, weird but oddly cute new critters, and a whole new Ashara, and your little world is turned upside down. So, like I said, extremely brief glimpse into these two new races. I'm pretty excited for Cataclysm, but I know that many of you may not be. So let me hear what you think. I have more I can show. I copied over my level 80s to the public test realm. If you guys want to see the higher end game content, then I'm happy to fly around. But if not, we'll move on to something else next week. So tell me whether you're excited about WoW Cataclysm, and I will continue showing you stuff or not. But yeah, that's my show this week. Today's July 6th. Happy belated Independence Day, United States, of 2010, and I will see you guys next week.